Morning, this is Al Vickery at Ale Waters Capital in Braintree, Massachusetts, and this is your morning call for Wednesday, March 30th, 2011. Futures are heading higher again. The Dow made some progress yesterday. The NASDAQ actually gained about 1%. Overnight trading was much higher in Asia. The Nikkei rising 2.6%, was the best performer in Asia. Strangely enough, not much has really changed as far as the crisis in Japan, uncertainty in Libya, although opposition groups have made some progress back towards the west since the Allied airstrikes began last week and over the weekend. Um, but there's still a lot of uncertainty that remains there and elsewhere. Despite that fact, global stocks have been moving higher, perhaps recovering from some of the worst case sentiment that had kicked in for a short while. Economic data has also been less than encouraging, really. House prices in the U.S. Dropped in most of the major cities in the Case-Shiller index yesterday, and they fell considerably. Consumer sentiment has pulled back. So, all totaled, you might think, well, stocks are moving lower. Well, they haven't. Investors have kind of maybe expected the worst, and the lack of has actually turned out to move sentiment to the upside instead. Gold is a little higher this morning. It's been fluctuating quite a bit around 1,420. Oil has been very tight around $104, and not much of this is probably going to change until we have some new factors. We do have the jobs report today and mortgage applications, some important data coming out there. Um, on some side notes, uranium has been recovering from its drop after the first days of the disaster in Japan. Um, some major companies are making progress on mining operations and moving ahead in that respect. So, people in the nuclear energy industry do think that things will begin to look much better despite the horrific tragedy in Japan. Rare earths are also somewhat back in the news. The U.S. House of Representatives Science and Technology Subcommittee meets this week to discuss the situation with rare earths. Um, it may be somewhat ceremonious, but at least it's progress that the House is going to be looking at what the situation is. What does the U.S. need, and what should it do about it? We are sitting on the second largest resources of rare earths, but have done little for quite a long time in developing those resources. So we may see that begin to shift at least into a more formal mode. Um, until tomorrow, happy trading and have a good day. Thank you.